Hello! Today I'm going to talk about something that's probably a little bit random, but it's something that I've been using myself for a couple of weeks. Really have been enjoying the process, the benefits. I think it's definitely worth a bit of a recommendation. So what I'm talking about today is a mat that looks like this. It's not very glamorous, but it's an acupuncture mat. If I kind of pull out and try and attempt to show you how big this is, it's a pretty big mat. But what it does is it helps to relieve tension, particularly in the neck area or kind of at the lower back. If you suffer from tension because you sit a lot of the time at an office chair, or you do a lot of typing, or you do a lot of sports and your muscles can get kind of beaten around a little bit, lots of people can use this for lots and lots of different benefits. And I've been using it particularly because I obviously spend a lot of time at my computer. I spend a lot of time looking down like this at my smartphone, and I really do suffer from a lot of tension in this area, across my shoulders and kind of on my lower back. I have massages quite regularly, and I'm always told off and told that I need to look after myself more and I need to sit up properly, and that I've got tension in those areas. So I saw these mats on Cult Beauty and I think they were about £46. I really like the idea, I really like the concept, but £46 for something that's effectively a mat, and I didn't know if it was going to work. I did the cheeky thing, went over to eBay, found one for a tenner and ordered one online. It arrived within about a week, 10 days, and I've been using it probably once a day, sometimes twice a day, depending on what I'm doing. They're really easy to use because all you've got to do is lie down. That's it. There's no technical knowledge needed, you just literally lie down. But just to sort of show you a bit more about the actual mat itself. So what it is a foam base, and it's got lots and lots of these circular plastic dials, which each have individual spikes. So if I move that a bit closer to the camera, and you can see that they've got lots of little spikes. And if you kind of touch it, they don't feel that harsh, they don't feel that kind of spiky. But when you lay down, you definitely get the effect of having the spikes kind of in your skin. They advise that initially you take about 10 minutes and start with a thin layer of clothing, a thin t-shirt, pyjamas or a nightdress or something, just to ease yourself in. Personally, I found that didn't really do enough for me. I couldn't feel the spikes and it felt like I was just laying on my mattress. So I actually sort of took it off and laid on the mat with my bare skin, which definitely made a big difference. So in terms of how it feels, it's not painful, it's slightly uncomfortable because obviously you're laying on a bed of plastic spikes, but once you get into a comfortable position, you kind of forget that that's what you're doing. There's a warming sensation, which I have sort of been quite enjoying because it literally warms your skin very subtly, and kind of relaxes you a little bit. And as you kind of spend 10, 20, 30 minutes lying on the mat, you just become very, very relaxed. When you get towards the end and you start fidgeting, that's kind of when it starts to maybe get a bit uncomfortable. And it's really important to kind of raise yourself slowly off the mat so that you don't get that jerking sensation, because you will be left with lots of little dots, lots of little marks all over your back. So you just need to be careful that you're not hurting yourself. Again, it's not painful or sort of really, really uncomfortable, but if you do fidget around, you can get some scratching because obviously this whole mat is full of all of these plastic spikes. So if you start fidgeting around on it, then it's probably going to be a little bit uncomfortable. It's not going to feel great. I've been using this for probably about 10 days now, and I use it in the evening about sort of 20 minutes before I want to go to sleep, and it's quite nice to sort of lay down it when you're in bed, watch something on the TV, and it definitely helps you ease off. It really relaxes you. I find that I get a much better night's sleep because I just kind of naturally drift off and find myself falling into sleep, whereas normally it can be a bit of a struggle for me. I don't always get a great night's sleep because sometimes I feel a bit of a it's difficult for me to actually get in the zone. I'm thinking about too many things, but this definitely helps. You can use the mat in lots of different ways as well. You can either lay it flat on the floor, you can lay it on your bed, so you've got a bit of bounce and a bit more comfort. You can lay it over a cushion, so if you want to target specifically kind of the neck and the shoulder area, if you lay it over a cushion, you get much more of a curve, and the spikes can actually sort of sit on the skin. So that's really good for that particular area. There are guides and things online. There are lots of different ways that you can use it to target different areas, but it's really great to kind of have a play around and find what works for you. Personally, I really like this mat. I've been enjoying it immensely. Even my boyfriend's been using it. He's a furniture maker and a rugby player, so he puts a lot of pressure on his body and gets a lot of tension in his muscles, and he's been enjoying it as well. He's been sort of lying on it either on the floor or in bed and just taking some time out, and it's definitely helped him. I'm going to continue to use this because I feel like it's definitely made a difference to me. I'm enjoying it. It's not a chore. It's something I look forward to doing. And it was only a tenner from eBay. It comes in a multitude of colours as well. So if you want a bright red one or a blue one or whatever, you can get that too. This is just a boring black one because it matches my decor. But I really, really like it. I think if you suffer from tension, or you suffer from a bad back, or you spend a lot of time sitting in a chair or working from a computer, then this could definitely be a benefit to you. It's not that expensive. You can also get them in a pillow format, so if you want a more targeted approach, you can nab a pillow with these little spikes on. And as far as I'm concerned, if it was good enough to make it to Cult Beauty, then it's definitely got some legs. And I would thoroughly recommend, if you suffer from those issues, or that you just want a better night's sleep and some time for yourself, then it's a great way to spend £10. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a comment, leave me a tweet if you pick up one of these mats for yourself, and I will see you again very soon.